Then
Okay.
today we are talking about real. Let me use this one. Real relation. Real relationship. You know, when you are doing a property law, there will be a question asking you the real relationship. The real relationship is to know whether the person, what about this person? Then you know that this person is here, so that you know about the real relationship. But I will make things easier for you so that you can pick up the real relationship. Then let me just give a example by the scenario and say that Mary owns a car. John borrow the car and drive around the township. Or let's just say John stole the car, drive around the township, and then Mary signed a valid lease agreement with Peter for rental. Then Mary fails to pay the rent, but continue to live in the place. Then the same scenario. Then we are going forward. We said that the group of people occupy the Peter house, abandoned house, and with the intention of living in. Okay. Then we go forward. Let me just say, I want this to be. Then we go forward and say that let's go to the Robert. Is a neighbor. neighbor of, let's just say, Mr. Smith. Robert intentionally built the house on the portion of Mr. let's just say Mr. Smith. And then Mr. Smith unintentionally built house on the portion of Robert. Okay, let's just use these
scenarios.
Yes, this scenario.
Okay.
Yeah, let's use this scenario. Then in this, you will get different scenarios. I just written different scenarios so that in the examination you will able to realize that this what a real relationship could be. So before we answer here, you must know that in the real relationship, we have two types of real relationship. A person can be in the possessor. A person can be possessor, or the person can be a holder. There are two types. The person can be a possessor and can be a holder. So when the person is a possessor or holder, or let me put it in this way. The person can be possessor and the person can be a holder. And each and every person, we start with a bona fide.
Okay.
So the person can be bona fide possessor or a bona fide holder. Bona fide possessor or bona fide holder.
Okay.
And the person can be malafide possessor, and it can be malafide holder.
Okay.
So what is the difference? The difference is that malafide possessor, or let me write here, possessor is only applicable where there is no contract or obligation. The possessor will take place.
Okay.
The holdership here, or the holder, will likely arise out of the contract or obligation or agreement.
Okay.
So that's what is very crucial that you know. So because of that, it means that if I go forward, I'll know that this one will bona fide is a person. This one think he is the owner. And then this one knows he's not the owner. He knows.
He knows. Okay.
He's not the owner.
Okay. All right.
So this one knows. So this one think he's the owner. This one knows he's not the owner. So in the holder, the person can be lawful holder. They are two different. Let me do this. In the lawful, there are two different. Let me draw another line here. Yes, let me draw another line here. Like this.
Okay.
Yeah, the person can be lawful holder or can be unlawful.
Yes.
So it means that the bona fide lawful holder will always be, will think is the owner, whereas it's not. Whereas the malafide will know that malafide or bona fide and lawful holder is the one that thinks that he's the owner, whereas it's not. I'm gonna make it easier so that you understand.
All
This
right.
one possession is where it doesn't arise out of an obligation or a contract. It just arises out of the intention. Intention
Intention.
or
Okay.
intent. It goes by the intent. What was the intent? So if there's no obligation, it means that this one will rise out of the intent. Whether there was intent or not, then it will determine whether the person is bona fide or malafide. Whereas here it's
Okay.
determined by the contract or obligation. So when we read this scenario, if we say Mary owns a car, this person owns the car, then John
Yes.
stole the car and drive around. What's the real relationship between John and the car? The real relationship between John knows that is not the owner,
Yes.
but he goes around driving like he's the owner. So he has stolen this intent. His intent is very proven that this guy is not the owner of the car, and he knows because he stole the car. So it means that he's a malafide possessor. He thinks he's the owner, whereas he's not. He knows that he's not the owner, but he continues
Yes.
to possess such a car. So it means that John and the car relationship here is a malafide possessor. Then they said that Mary signed a valid lease agreement. Remember, agreement is out of the obligation or contract. It means that now the holder should be income, not possessor. Possessor deals with intent of the
Oh,
person. This
yes.
one deals out arise out of the contract. So between when Mary signed a valid lease agreement for the rental, it means that Mary and the rent or the Peter's house that is living, it means that Mary is a bona fide lawful holder.
Hold on. Okay.
Yes. So it's
All
a
right.
lawful, not unlawful. Lawful means that such thing is valid. Let me put it this way. It means that such a contract is valid, or a lease agreement, or anything that is a
Valid.
contract is valid. This one on
Okay.
the other side, whatever they agree upon is not valid. It's invalid.
Okay.
Yes. So those are the two things. So here it means that it's valid because they signed a valid lease agreement. Therefore, Mary and the house and the rental of the house that the person is renting, it means that Mary is a bona fide lawful holder.
Okay.
Yes, because there is a valid. But if they were signed invalid, if we
Yes.
put it invalid, where they signed invalid, or if the valid, or let's just say that if this lease has expired, Mary signed the lease and agreement, then it expired, but he continues to live there. If he continues to live there, then we check because it arises out of the contract. We check, like for example, this statement said Mary fails to pay the rent but continues to live in the place.
The
So
place.
in the statement, it's either they said that the person, we check the intent of the person, whether the person continues to live intentionally or the person was not aware. Mostly in the questions, they will show that Mary was not
Oh,
aware that the lease agreement has expired. If the person is not aware, it means that the person will be bona fide and lawful holder. Bona fide and lawful holder, because the person is not aware. However, if Mary is aware, like this question say refers to pay rent, but he continues to live. So he's aware that he's owing, so he doesn't belong here because he's owing, and then he has to be paying in order for him to be here in this place. So it means that now Mary will become a malafide and lawful holder, because he think he's the owner, whereas he's not. He continues to live in a place whereas there's no. So the group of people occupy the Peter abandoned house with the intention of living in. When the people occupy such a place, remember, they occupy that place and then they live there. Remember the place that they are living. So it means that those people are living there in that place with the intention that they are living there. They just find some abandoned place and live there. And when we talk about the abandoned, they say that nobody can lose a relation, can lose ownership without the consent. So you cannot find an abandoned house and live it. Abandoned house will always belong to the owner. You can't abandon the house. You have to sell it. Yes, you can't find an abandoned house, then you occupy. So it means that those people are malafide. They are malafide, those people in that place. They know that they are not owners, but they go and live as an owner. Therefore, they are malafide. Then Robert is a neighbor of a smith. Robert intentionally builds the house on the portion of Mr. Smith. Then because of the intent, I told you that in the possessor, we check the intent. Robert intentionally. Because the person has intentionally, it means that he became malafide possessor. Why? He knows that is not the owner, whereas he continued to occupy such a place. Therefore, Robert is a malafide possessor. Yes. Then Mr. Smith unintentionally built a house on the portion of Robert. Because Mr. Smith unintentionally because he's not aware that he's building on the portion of Robert. Therefore, Mr. Smith is bona fide possessor. This one, Robert, is malafide possessor. But Mr. Smith is a bona fide possessor. Those are two different things. But we check the intent of the person. He was intentionally, he was unintentional. Therefore, it's the two things that we check: intentionally, unintentional. Bona fide, malafide. And then let me try to show you one of the questions that came to the examination about the real relationship. Change the screen now. I hope you can see the category one.
It shows that something is coming. Yes, I can see.
Yes, it says that Skatleho owns a townhouse in Midrand. Her ideal father, Tsepang, resides in the townhouse farm in terms of personal servitude of a right of habitation. So this person is living there out of the personal servitude of a right of habitation. It means that it arose out of the contract. This is what you must know. It arose out of the contract. Why? Because there's a personal servitude. So there's an obligation, there's an agreement. So Katleho, Adel father reside there out of the obligation, which is an agreement. Therefore, that person cannot be a bona fide possessor or malafide possessor because there's an agreement. And then the question was asking, this is the question this was asking, briefly describe the real relation with that Tsepang has with Katleho townhouse in Midrand. Therefore, it means that Tsepang is a bona fide lawful holder. Bona fide lawful holder. Why? Because he's there out of an agreement, and then agreement is valid, is there for the right of personal servitude. Therefore, that person cannot be bona fide possessor or malafide possessor. He should be bona fide and lawful holder. Then it means that is this one, we called it a lawful.
It's no more sharing, but yeah, I'm sure it. I don't know, maybe it's because of the network.
Oh, it's no longer showing.
Yeah, no, it's no longer sharing. Yes.
Oh, I think maybe it's network. That's why.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
There we go. It's coming. Yes, there we go. I can see now.
Oh, yeah. I was talking about bona fide.
Lawful hold.
Oh, yeah. This is the place that I wanted to show you. So you can see we have a bona fide possessor, mala fide possessor. And I said, mala fide possessor only is all about the intent. But that things never arise out of obligation or contract or any agreement. That's why they say control the thing based on incorrect assumption. Whereas this one control things was while she is aware of the fact that it's not legally recognized as the owner. There is
Okay.
no bona fide and lawfully. That one that I was talking about is
Yes.
control thing unlawfully, but he's unaware. That one just like a saying that if Mary does not know that the lease agreement has expired,
Yes.
Mary becomes bona fide and lawful holder, meaning that he's not aware, right? But
Okay.
that thing rise out of contract of agreement. Then I said that if the person is aware that the lease agreement expired and he continues, just like Mary was aware that she didn't pay a rent, but she
Yes.
continues to live, she becomes
Yes.
malafide and lawful holder. That's why they say,
Okay.
example, lease who remain on the premise after lease has expired. That person becomes malafide and lawful holder. So as a result of that, it's very clearly that now you can understand the thing, the bona fide, the malafide. If he was for the valid will, he will be bona fide
Yes.
lawful holder. Just like the way we said that person, Tepang, is a bona fide lawful holder. Why?
Yes.
Because he's living there out of
The
the right
contract.
of habitation. So he is
Okay.
not bona fide possessor, or he should be bona fide lawful holder, or we just say lawful holder rather than saying that bona fide. Some say bona fide lawful, some say lawful holder. It depends on you. So
Oh,
yes, you
okay.
can just say lawful holder. So those are the two things that you must know. That's why they say
Okay.
that they check two things. Number one is a physical control. Number two, I was telling you, I said we check the intention. So number
Intention.
one, number two is the intention. And then here
Yes.
they check the usufructuary. Usufructuary is that one of a right of habitation. It arises out of the agreement. Then you know that this one is a lawful holder. So when I told you this, it means that in the examination, when you get a question
Yes.
about the real relationship, it's gonna be
Yeah.
easier for you to answer such a question. You don't even need to read what about a lawful holder, lawful holder, holding.
Oh,
That's why
yeah.
I'm saying this study guide you don't need to read. You just understand and go and
Mm.
write and pass. So now you know about the malafide. Let's go and check another question which I have seen about malafide and this one. Oh yeah, you can see question number 3. I hope.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, they said Jacob and John are neighbors. Jacob is in the process of making renovations to his house. As a result, he decided to extend his house. However, the extension to his house unintentionally went
Okay.
over the border of his and John's property. John noticed that a part of Jacob's building is built on his land. He is absent and contacts you for legal advice. The question says, describe John's rare relationship with the portion of John's land where Jacob's house is built. So which one you can give this person who unintentionally went over and take another man's portion?
Unintentionally, it's going to be the malafide possessor, because that was the unintentional.
No. Malafide possessor is a person who knows that he doesn't take this one and he continued to take that place. So this one
it's a bona fide.
unintentionally. So he doesn't know that he's taking the portion of that other guy. So it means that this guy is a bona fide possessor because he's intentionally going over the other person. However, if he was intentionally going over the border of that guy, he will be malafide possessor. And if there was an agreement between John and Jacob, which they entered, allowing this guy to cross over the border, it will be a bona fide lawful holder. So because now there's no agreement, there's nothing, this person is a bona fide possessor. He thinks he's the owner, whereas it's not. He thinks he's in control of that place, whereas it's not in the control. So he's a bona fide possessor.
Okay. Let me fix my notes. I had it the other way around. Okay.
No, malafide is a person who knows that he's not the owner, but he occupies such a place. Whereas bona fide, you think, let me take you back to those notes.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope you can
get this thing wrong.
I don't know why today is doing this thing of coming and go. Oh,
it's a bit slowish.
Network. Yes, as I have said to you, that a bona fide thing is the owner, whereas it's not. The control thing like it's the owner, whereas it's not. And malafide knows that it's not the owner, but it takes that thing as is the owner. And I told you that the holder has a lawful and unlawful. You can be lawful holder if, in terms of the agreement is valid. However, you can be unlawful if you are bona fide unlawfully if you are unaware. But you can be malafide unlawful if you are aware that this agreement has expired, but you continue to live in that place. So as a result of that, today I've showed you about the possessor. I will still go and continue. We'll still come back and talk about this issue. Don't worry. Let me recap for what we have said yesterday. Yesterday, remember what I've said? I've said that, let me give you this one. Yesterday, we talked about the two things, and I said, in each question, when you get the question, the first thing that you ask yourself, when you ask yourself, is this question, who has ownership? Who has ownership? And I said that number two, you ask yourself, who has a personal right?
Okay.
I said those are the two questions that you must start with, and some questions will add when we go. And I said that the ownership is the anything. Ownership is the same as a real right. And I said that personal right is the same thing as a performance.
Yes.
Or we can just say contract. Or we can just say obligation.
Obligation or agreement.
Or we can just say agreement. all these things fall under the personal rights. So when the person is performing as a contract, obligation, or agreement, it means that it gives rise to the personal right. And I said that the ownership is anything that you can touch and own. Is there anything that you can touch and own? Is there anything that you can touch and own, such as car, anything that you buy from shop, anything that it could be land, it could be house, anything that you buy from the shop, those things
Yes.
arise out of the ownership. And I said that the personal rights, if you go to take a
Yes.
lot, when you are in the take a lot, you will purchase. If you purchase something, take a lot has a right to deliver. If take a
Yes.
lot fails to deliver, you will claim performance. So it means that you will always claim performance here. Here is all about claiming performance.
Okay.
And I said here on the ownership, it's not about claiming. Here we have a direct claim. Direct claim
Okay.
we mean if you steal my if you stole my fridge or a
Yes.
television, I will go
Yes.
to the police and I said this person has stole my fridge or my television. Then we go and take it back. That's a direct claim. However,
Oh.
claiming performance is when
Mhm.
you pay your money to the take a lot or Shein, then they fails to
Yes.
deliver. You go and claim performance that I paid you guys and you guys failed to deliver. Then give me my money. Then they give you your money. And I said that a personal right, this one is like when you own, we can say you own, it can be car, it can be fridge, anything that you can own. And then I
Okay.
said here, out of the performance, it arises out of the contract. For example, we have employee and employer.
Okay.
Yes, employee and employer. Employee and employer will enter into what we call the employment contract, right?
Yes.
Employment contract. Let's just say employment contract. Then after entering into employment contract, the employer, the employee will work for 30 days and then employer will have to pay
Yes.
compensate employee for that. So remuneration will come when every time when the employees are working. So this is arising out of the personal rights. Another thing that could arise from personal rights is
Yes.
it could be you and then loan shark, right?
Okay.
It could be you and loan
Yeah.
shark. You go to loan shark, you get money, you borrow money, then
Mhm.
you give a loan shark maybe you give a loan shark a phone or ID.
Yeah.
Then when you bring back the money of the loan shark will give you an ID. Then the personal right falls away. So when you borrow each other, when the loan shark give you money and you give a loan shark a cell phone or ID, it means that the loan shark as the personal rights will arise because all of you don't have ownership of those things. You only have a personal right out of agreement. Then when you bring back the money, the loan shark will give you ID and then you will give the money back of the loan shark. Then you are done. Then it would arouse many in different ways.
Okay.
Um, Yes, it could be arise out of that. It could personal right could also arise out of the will. In the will, there could be a personal right saying that the person before, on the will. Let me show
Yes.
you on the will how it could arise on the will.
On
Yes. So when I talk about the will,
Yeah.
personal right can arise. You can see on the will that upon my death, I bequeathed my house to my grandson GD. subject that my surviving spouse SS shall be entitled to occupy the property free of rental for the
Oh,
rest of her lifetime, and on her death to my daughter D until her death. So it means that in order for that person to get a real rights, it means
yes,
that this person must honor the will of this spouse SS, who must be living with free of rental until she dies. And when she
yes,
dies, the daughter D must also continue until the person dies, until she dies. So it means that if the grandson GD is not honoring this personal right that has been created here, it means that the real right of ownership cannot be reserved because the will made it clear that this house will belong to grandson GD. However, the grandson GD will not be alone in the house. He will be living with SS until SS dies. So SS has a personal right against a GD.
yes.
So the personal right has been created by the will.
By the will. Makes
So
sense.
this one, even the daughter D has a personal right, meaning that GD cannot evict SS or evict D. Those people will be living in the house until
They are
they
dead.
dies.
Yes.
So that's when I'm saying that even the will can create a personal right. So
All
you
right.
get this kind of a question in the examination, and they will be asking questions. Some of the questions that you'll be getting. So I told
Okay.
you that will not be working for, like where the very fast will be
Yes.
very slowly and slowly. So today
Yeah.
we have talked about that one. We have a bona fide of the real relationships, and then we have a recap about what we have done yesterday.
Yesterday.
So tomorrow we'll be continuing. I think that we must stop here. We have done a lot for today. Mm. We are working slow.
Okay. Thank you
Yes.
very much. Tomorrow I'll be working from home, so if you wanna make it a little bit earlier, I am available.
Oh, okay, we can make it anytime. I'll check. I'll tell you.
Okay. All right. I will hear from you then. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it.
Okay, thanks.
Okay then. Good night.
Thank you guys for watching this video. Please note that this PVL3701 is a class of someone who paid. This is the only video of a class which is made public. All classes videos will be on our exclusive, which is 100 Rand monthly. Those who couldn't join our class because of financial reasons will not be isolated. Once you join 100, you must know that I will have a free class each week for those people. Join 100 now so that you won't miss those classes which are free. So that you can WhatsApp me for more information on this number. You must know that we'll have a free class once you join the 100 Rand. 100 Rand will ensure that you watch all those videos and also see all the assignments and other videos that will be posted. It's gonna be fun. So if you don't wanna lose those free classes which may help you in PVLs, you must join our classes. We'll be taking your number, your emails, then we'll have a team each and every week for free for our members, for those members who have joined. So it will be good chance for you to utilize it. So this is what you must do on our page here. You must come and click join. Then once you click join, you will find the current assignments. Then once you click on the current assignment, you will see the 99 join fee. Then you join here where you will watch all our videos and other exclusive video, and also have a PVL free class each and every week, which you will attend and then ask any questions that you want to ask. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.